Like, subscribe, and share the video, family. Drop power. Big king mind. All right. So, I want to deal with the Indians, man. What's up, little Indians? Bop, 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 bop. Y'all lucky I got something going on. And Aboriginal TV, why you ain't send me the link to the joint with the Moors in it? But anytime you got one of them going on where you talking about Pan-Africanism or something you think I'm interested in, email me the link, family. But they always talking all this goofy, right? And, I played the clip with the girl, you know what I'm saying? Well, her grandmama and them done told her that she an Indian or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But she automatically, instinctively knew that she had African blood. So these niggas say, that's why they say DNA fake. Because when you go into the African Americans, okay, our great-great-grandparents mixed with the Indians or whatnot. Okay, but we don't even look like most of our great-great-grandparents. You see what I'm saying? We not Indian today. We African. You see what I'm saying? And if you look at the bottom of the screen, man, don't make me blow it up. You see it's 1% indigenous American. And then she 97% African. You see Senegal, Mali, Benin, Togo, Ghana. You see what I'm saying? Cameroon. Everybody but the Indians, man. You see it. You see what I'm saying? So we dealing with y'all tonight. King dealing with y'all tonight. Okay. Is Dane Calloway plagiarizing all of Robert Strong River's work? And that's who I was trying to think of in the debate, because it's hard for me to remember them type of names or whatnot. But Robert Strong River. See, I got him now. We gonna see. All right, destroying what they talking about. This is Giovanni de Vazino, a Frenchman, one of them Spanish over there that came over here with Cortez. Now listen to what he say. He says, in the service of King Francis the First of France, okay, this is the Frenchman. Well, I got the Spanish one in there. France stated in 1520 that they go entirely naked, talk about the natives, about the lines, they wear skins, animal skins, like martyrs fastened to their griddles of the platform grass, which they all around the body tells that the animals of the knees are black complected, of the people black. Not so much different from that of the Ethiopians. Now he talking about the United States. You see what I'm saying? Of course, but he talking about the United States. He say the people were dark complected, not much different than that of the Ethiopians. And that's the main part I wanted to show. Saying they use animal skins, just like if you look at the Mayans, Palinka or whatnot, any of the Mayan kings, you will see them wear the jaguar skin. You will see the Africans wearing the leopard skin. You see it showing that they in the craft system or whatnot. So just like how the ancient Africans wore the apron, the Freemasons today wear the apron, okay? So my bad, I ain't going the wrong way. All right. Now here go the Africans on ships. Can y'all show me some Aboriginals on ships? These is Africans on the Ethiopian Sea, not the Indian Sea, but the Ethiopian Sea, going towards India, going them trade winds, going towards the South Pacific. More Africans on boats. You see what I'm saying? More Africans on boats. And see, they on the Atlantic too. I'm going to show you. So, this is 160,000 years ago. You find an Ethiopian man which is one of the oldest humans ever found. And you see what he looked like. He a modern human, just no different than Lucy. You see what I'm saying? That's that Darwinism. They tried to, you know what I'm saying, always promote their story and throw it on another people. So we gonna keep rolling. But you see, Africans is the oldest people. You see what I'm saying? Just like I said, the Bible say, uh, 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 God put man down in Ethiopia. I read that on the lecture. You see what I'm saying? Where the Garden of Eden is in Ethiopia. Yeshua was born in the cave in Ethiopia, and you see the rock hewn churches. Keep it going. Now these the names of the slaves that came in my family, and see they try to, oh man, them is Aborigines, man. You gotta show. If you look at the names, they Christian names, which means you was involved in the transatlantic slave trade. And if you look up Dane Calloway, that's what it say. That is what's that? It's European. It's European, Anglo-Saxon. That's what I was trying. Anglo-Saxon. Just type in Dane Calloway. And Brother Black Power banging showed him that. That's why he ran up off the lecture. You see what I'm saying? But these are the names in my family. You see Margaret, you see Donald, Smith. Ain't no names like them. It's white people names. So, and they was involved in the transatlantic slave trade. So I don't want to hear that nothing about the. Okay, now these is the Nubians. You see what I'm saying? Practicing archery. And if the word for top area is the land of the bow. Now they tried to make it seem like that the Indians created the bow and arrow, no different than they tried to make it seem like the Chinese is synonymous with rice, which is both a lie. The rice come from West Africa. Period. Rice come from West Africa. Don't nobody eat rice like black people. Now, if you go to Africa and you see to West Africa and you see the rice fields and you see how much they eat rice, and then you go right down there to South Carolina and Georgia, they love that they eat rice every day. You see what they eat rice every day. So even with the diet, we can see that we African. But then you look at the bow and arrow, they tried to make it seem like they synonymous with the bow and arrow, but you see they shoot doing archery in the BC time. And if you look at the Olympics, the Greeks, they in there doing archery. Where did they get that from? Okay, where did they get that from? They learned that from the Africans. So I want to play this clip right quick if it'll play. I want to play this.
Egyptians, of course, were black. And I put this speech up because it's so beautiful. With the sister with her locks. And they weren't called dreadlocks. Dread is a British word. The British didn't exist yet. The English language didn't exist yet, so they couldn't have been called dreadlock. Dread is a British word that means fear. And in Jamaica, where they encountered it in other parts of the Caribbean, the priest class that was waging war of independence out of slavery, they all wore their hair in locks then as they do in Africa today. And the British said, we dread the lock-haired ones. And from that, we got the dreadlocks. But it was the white man saying we dread the lock-haired ones. But you can see the lock-haired ones was there from the beginning of time. And of course, we didn't have no comb or brush. The hair would naturally dread. Or lock. Sorry. See how I made the same mistake? So, now this is a painting from the tomb of Ramses III, 1200 BCE. It shows that the Egyptian perceived themselves as black and represented themselves as such without possible confusion with the Indo-European and the Semites. This is a representation of the races in minute detail, which guarantees the realism of the colors. Throughout the entire history, the Egyptian never dreamt of representing themselves by type B or D. This is B, the Asiatic type, and D, the European type. And this comes from the book by Sheikh Anta Diop, Civilization of Barbarism, by Sheikh Anta Diop on page 66. So the Egyptians saw themselves as black, And this is on the wall of the tomb. And they saw the rest of the Africans looking just like them and was just as them. They saw the Asiatic type or the Eurasian type looking like this, and they saw the European type looking like this. And they painted on the walls, and they left it there to this day. So let's not be confused anymore, wondering who was who and what was what. This is a scene, excuse me, that
More Africans with locks.
This scene comes from the wall of a temple in the Sudan, and this predates the what we call the dynastic period.
Y'all see the leopard skin like we were just talking about?
In the Sudan called Karma. It is a civilization that loaned itself to a civilization that would expand and become Kemet. So before there was a Kemet in the north, there was this civilization already functioning for thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of years earlier in the south. You see the leopard skin across the arm symbolizing that this is a priest. They're bringing wealth and gold and symbols. You can see that we weren't just brown today. We were black then and brown then. We didn't get brown because of the white man. We were brown and black from the earliest time. Brownness came out of our blackness. And so we ought to be clear when we play with ourselves in these conversations about who we are.
All right, fam. Want to run that clip?
Of course, we're black. And I put the speech up there because it's so beautiful. With the sister with her locks. And they weren't called dreadlocks. Dread is a
Okay, I want to run that clip, family. Okay, next. Okay, again, you see the Africans, the Nubians with the bow. You see the Nubians with the bow. And you see them with the locks. You see them with the locks. This in the BC time, family. Way before some damn Indians or any of that. You see the Africans with the locks, man. You see what I'm saying? Because they tried to promote out here. Oh, man, Africans can't grow locks. They hair grow just like everybody else. What are you talking about? Talk about Zolja. Have you ever seen Zolja? Because they asked about Zolja in the lecture. Have you ever seen him? And he got locks. What are you talking about? So let me move up out of this. Let me move up out of this so we can keep going. Okay, now. Where we at? We right here. Now, like I said, that's an African. You never seen no Aboriginal or no Indian with no helmet or no big nose and big lips like that. They're just facts. Now, Dane Calloway, I asked him, man, and he out here promoting that some kind of way that they flag, because I ain't no black people flag got nothing to do with nothing. They got nothing to do with this. Now look at this little boy listening to Dane Calloway out here with the rebel flag, man. Like I said, go out there and say fuck the red, black, and green. Fuck black people. Go out there and say that. I bet you be like, pow, 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 pow. Them all start firing in the air. Because you know good, that ain't no different than the SWAT sticker. You see what I'm saying? How you got a philosophy where you out here promoting that the real black people flag is this damn flag, and y'all goofies is following and talking about some cheeky mongers or something. Y'all some goofies, man. Y'all better get away. Did Pangea, the all over the place philosophy. The earth was once connected and whatnot. You see what I'm saying? You can go from Africa to America to Africa. Man, that's insanity. That's 66 billion damn years ago. Where no people's on the damn planet. So we can't even prove that it exists. The only way that they can come up with a theory like this, because when you look at the map, it do look like it fit together. But that don't mean, tell me the person that's seen it. Here you go again. The flat earth theory. I asked them in there, I said, here they go. Madam Blavatsky, Aleister Crowley information. The earth is flat, General Bird or whatever. The earth is flat or whatnot. You see what I'm saying? Got a big dome on it or whatnot. Prove it, Brother Sanchez and Aboriginals. And one of them going to say, oh man, the earth is flat, cause the level goes straight. Like, get away from me, man. Just like I said, go pay the Virgin dude $250,000 and he'll fly you up there. Who cares? So here go America, the desolate land or whatnot over here. More desert and more jungle than Africa, but they tried to promote, and then it's all small. It ain't but 3,000 miles from coast to coast, man. Facts. Then you got Africa. 13 million giant damn miles, and they out here talking about some damn America. We got all the fruits, vegetables, or whatnot, all the pretty girls, just like I just showed in the other video. We all different colors and varieties and phenotypes. Here we the first people. I mean, how could you lose? Why would you want to stay over here and deal with these people over here? And you got this big giant ass continent that belong to you. All 13 million miles. And they got like 100, probably 400 islands surrounding Africa. All kind of islands, the water blue. You come over here, the closer you get to the United States in the oceans and shit, the dirtier they be. Now some of the information that they be teaching come up out this book. You see what I'm saying? Also come up out this the Circle 7 Quran, Noble Drew Ali, Thomas Drew Ali or whatnot, the Goofy Moors. I'm slapping some phases off too. Y'all the one teaching this all over the place philosophy. Y'all ain't all over nowhere. These niggas from Morocco, Mauritania, America, Africa, they from damn Europe. You see where they from Asia, they from everywhere. You see what I'm saying? Popping up out the ground like some damn spinach or whatnot, some cabbages and shit. Okay, this the richest man in the world because they tried to always show you poor Africans. Everybody, you could just Google Mansa Musa. You see what I'm saying? 1300s, the richest man to ever live, worth over $400 billion. You see what I'm saying? Went around giving out gold. You see what I'm saying? To all the poor folks and all the children. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't no Moor. He wasn't no Aboriginal. He wasn't no white man. He wasn't no none of that what y'all talking about. He an African. You see what I'm saying? So, the Gold Coast. Okay, they say the slave trade fake. Well, you might as well try to unravel this, the fugitive slave law. You see what I'm saying? Well, you could be captured any damn well, and anybody could just bop you over the head and say, oh, you a slave and shit, and drag you right back on the plantation. Facts. You see what I'm saying? These are African people. I don't want to hear that, because y'all say slavery fake anyway. Well, y'all better go check this fugitive slave law. And this is during the time of Harriet Tubman. They say they the Indians or whatnot, but they got weave in their hair. See, you wouldn't be no weave. You wouldn't be if you was an Indian, a black Indian, because they had straight hair. If you was a Asian Indian or whatever, whichever y'all want to play games, because y'all do semantics. If y'all was really Indians, it wouldn't be no need to be doing all this, because your hair already be straight. Now look how she goofy, she smiling, and she saying, yo, I'm an Indian, but she in the damn hair store buying Indian hair. If you was an Indian, you wouldn't need Indian hair. Now listen to this. The Yamasee Indians, you see, and then Yamasee Indians or whatnot, are Africans. There it is right there. They not Aboriginal. They not Americans. They not no indigenous. These are Africans that came to this part of the earth and was hunted by slaves. And this is, which one of these is? This is another damn Frenchman. You see what I'm saying? He says, the Yamasee Indians, also referred as Africans, or Amerios, were listed among the 19 tribes of dark complected found and scattered among immigrants in North and South America. You see what I'm saying? They were assumed to be immigrants from Africa. This is Lucas Vesqua Diallo, and this is in the 1500s. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all not no explorers. Again, this is one of our brothers and sisters from down in the islands question that too, because they tried to say, oh, they just Indians, man. They ain't got nothing to do with Africa. You see, majority of their blood is African, y'all. You see what I'm saying? Listen, the East Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, West Africa. You see what I'm saying? They got a little bit of Asian in them. So they 21% Asian, 12% European, and she is 59% African. No, 61% African. So let's keep it going. Here go the goofy tree brew Israelites or whatnot, looking all goofy. Y'all got the white boy in there. You understand what I'm saying? But then y'all teach that you see what I'm saying? The devil will what? Now I don't know how he began, because y'all go by that fake chart that say all these Indians is Hebrew Israelites and all that. Man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Them peoples come from Africa or whatnot. And then one of the goofy eyeballs talking about, Christopher Columbus was on his way to Jerusalem. They go, this is what they call their organization or whatnot. ADOS, some more, Africa hating, anti-African doctrine. You see what I'm saying? Started by this girl, what's her name? Yvette Carnell, and then she got the help of Goofy Carnell West. You see what I'm saying? They just some old Uncle Tom, the Board of Brown education or whatnot, just like them Uncle Tom. So y'all don't got no monuments like this, man. Y'all just hate because y'all not Africans. You see what I'm saying? You can't show nothing like this in America. You can't show nothing like this in no South America. You can't show nothing this shit in Mexico. That's period. So, and look at this. That's Queen Ty. You see what I'm saying? Got the lake and by a temple or whatnot. You see these temples in Africa. You see these temples in Africa. They all up and down the dam. That's the temple of Amen or whatnot. And then there goes Zolja temple. That ain't even the pyramid. 2600 BCE. Talking about, man, you lied, man, you lied, man, you lied. Ain't no lie. What did you talking about? You see what I'm saying? What are you talking about? Aboriginal flower, the step pyramid of Zolja. You see what I'm saying? Now see, I tried to tell him Tassetti is 3800. Give me Zolja. You see what I'm saying? Because Tassetti is older than Zolja or any of that. Egypt or any of that. Okay, you dealing with the Twa, African to South African Negrito people of India, Asia, Southeast Asia, skin, dark skin complected, brown and yellow skin, hair crinkly, frizzy and woolly, nose is broad, flat, faces narrow, medium and broad, scriptures vary. Now listen, about 30,000 years ago, Negritos, who became ancestors of today's Aztec or Aboriginals in the Philippines, descended from northern Asia, passing through India and subcontinent of Amerindian Islanders. From the Negritos continued their venture on the land bridges. And see, they was on ships, while some of the Negritos went to Malaysia and became Orange Ashanti people. Several of the Negrito tribes continued in the Philippines down in Borneo. No evidence has survived in the ancient Filipino life in the crops, colors, and agriculture. 30,000 years ago. Let's see who they are. Contemporary popularly first inhabitants of Australia were not Aboriginals, known as instead Negritos or Pygmies, which are Africans. Pygmies, which are Africans, who migrated there 40,000 years ago from Southeast Asia to the Native Philippines, where it wiped out the Morenos from 20,000 years ago. Thank you. Here they go on Easter Island and whatnot. Now here go the haplogroups and the patterns of the haplogroups, and you see the 200 is in Africa, which is in the Ethiopian, Somalia, Djibouti, the Horn of Africa. Those same women. See what I'm saying? And that man ass showed from. So you gonna see, and then you see the 200. They get even older when you go down south. 250 when you go down south. 150. You see what I'm saying? But the rest of the haplogroups, the youngest haplogroups, is over here in the Americas. Look, you got 200, 150, and all that over here in Africa. You got 70 in the so-called fake Middle East, which ain't nothing but Africa too. You got 12 and 30 and 40 over here in Europe. In Asia, 45, and then you got up there, what they call it, the Bering Strait, 25, and then you got over here in the Americas 10 and 14 and 16. So they are the youngest humans on the planet. Y'all not the oldest. Want to kill your little raggedy chart? Same thing right here. Africa is the oldest. America is the newest people. I don't care what you call yourself. Bantu, some of the oldest people. You got the migrations up out of Africa on land and sea. You got the Khoisan. I mean, you got the Twa going out first, then the Khoisan, then the Bantus who circumnavigated the earth first. Okay, here goes some of the Pygmy Twa. You see what I'm saying? They went into Europe. Today, St. Patrick's Day is celebrated because of all them Africans that they killed when they came into Ireland and whatnot. Okay, so we can roll past this and we know the Africans, the Egyptians, who they is. So here goes some more of the Twa. You see what I'm saying? Some more of the Twa. Okay, now you see the Twa. You see the Dane, the Dean. You see what I'm saying? But this they metal nettle symbols. Metal nettle symbols. Okay, the Pygmies are not Aboriginal people. The Pygmies are not Aboriginal people. Normally small in structure, strongly individual, distinct Negroes, meaning Africans. The brows, thin lips. And then listen to what this white man say. Because he won't, because the Egyptians say the Pygmies is their first cousins. So the white boy go over there and write this racist information and say the Pygmies is more kin to the white people than Africans. You see what I'm saying? This is what he write. But you see what it said at the top. The Pygmies are not Aboriginal. And are not abnormal. They not Aboriginal. They Negrito. That mean African. Now here go a pyramid in West Africa. What is y'all talking about? What is y'all talking about? What is y'all talking about? You see what I'm saying? What is y'all talking about? Pyramids in West Africa. Okay, more Africans with dreads and beards. You see what I'm saying? Now if y'all look on the Olmec Codex, you see the Africans wearing beards, man. You see what I'm saying? And the Olmec distinctively separated himself from the African in his own codex to show that he was two different people. But you will see the Olmec, I mean not the Olmec, but the Mayans putting face paint on themselves, standing in front of the Olmec, showing that these is two different. Okay, now you see the locks, more locks, all in Africa. 1000 BC time we wearing locks. BC time we wearing locks. Okay. Okay, we can roll. They say slavery fake, but you got to think about the slavery that was in the Congo. You see with King Leopold, you got to debunk that. Every European nation was in the slave trade. Now, Dane Calloway, this is no different than you saying the real copper flag or the real African American flag is not the red, black, and green. The real American flag is the damn Nazi flag. That's what Dane Calloway teach. Coming from the Great White Brotherhood. Okay, now listen to this. De la Cabeza, de la Cabeza Colon de Tipio Etiopio. Okay, now that's Spanish, but this is the Spanish, what they say about the Olmec statues. Ethiopian. Okay? Ethiopian. Don't want to hear nothing, make up nothing what you talking about. You making up all that goofy. This site's date to 12,000 BC. Talk about down there in Levanto. That just like I told them little fake Indians, you can't build nothing before you was even here. That's how we know they Africans. Because y'all little raggedies didn't even exist then. Okay? 12,000 BC. Oh man, they don't get dates or whatnot. Brought light to this site of the most finds in all of Mexico, enormous sculptures of basalt heads with distinctly Negroid features that still puzzle archaeologists to this day. The heads are attributed to the Olmecs, who often caused a spark in Mesoamerican civilization. Okay? Of the creative blossoming that spread throughout the cultures, however, the unique style and the physical heads of the Olmecs were the most intimidating and had the most mystery. Okay? Down there in Levanto. That's why you're talking about the Africans crossing the sea or whatnot. Now, this is, I want to get to this real quick because we're going to tighten up in a minute. You got the African language first, then you got the African language second, you got the African language third, and then you got Greek and Roman, then you got the American. What is y'all talking about? So the oldest language in the world is African. These ain't even the oldest ones. Now here go the word, this is the Egyptian language on the left and the Mayan Olmec language on the right. You can't tell the difference. At the top of the word says this word is Tamerika, both in Africa and in the Americas. And I just showed you who got the oldest language. Again, go to haplogroups L3M, L1, and L2 that went out all over the world, and then you got ACD way over here in the Americas. But you see, even with the haplogroups, you see who the oldest. Here go the haplogroup M. You see what I'm saying? That started on the continent of Africa. There it go right there, man. All DNA haplogroups found outside of African descendants. Either what is it? One M. No, M. Yeah, or M. You see what I'm saying? Or M. You see how we just seen that? You see what I'm saying? So this is Jose Sorrento. He said the discovery of the first Olmec head in 1862 at Tres Bordes, Mr. Sorrento gave a physical type of the Olmec features. The Olmec head was surely depicted of an African. Now this is what the Mexicans say about the Olmecs, that they are African. Okay? Because we understand that the people that was here were not African. They were Asiatic, man. They were Asiatic. There were no millions of black people over here in no Americas. What is you talking about? And that's how we know that they African, because, I mean, the Mexicans know that they African because they don't look like them. They know that damn Indians are Asiatic. What is you talking about? Aboriginals didn't come this far. Okay? Now, the oldest pyramid is the one in the middle. The second oldest pyramid is the one in Indonesia. And the third is Mexico. You see what? But they all still pyramids. You see what I'm saying? But the oldest one is in Egypt. The architecture you see is the same. And you see the phenotypes of the people are the same. We know they are. Now, these the Olmecs. They got on Egyptians' clothes, man. And these, you see that they done been mixed, man. You see that they been Asiatic right there, man. They done been mixed already. Now listen to this. More African Olmec heads in 3,700 years ago. That's BC time. That's BC time, before everything that y'all talking about. Civilization start with writing. You can't be no archaic human walking around the earth. Talk about okay. The Olmec heads are African. 3,700 years ago were found throughout Central America. Specifically at La Venta, Colombia archaeologist site of the Olmec in present-day Mexico, state of Tabasco. They are African. Now, they want to say that they, the Olmec is an aboriginal or indigenous or whatnot. Well, why did they send it to Ethiopia? Okay? And then you go all through their history, which we just done. Everybody saying that these are African people are Ethiopian. Prove that it's American. You can't do that. Okay? Sorry. More Africans on ships. This is Ivan Van Sertima. They came before Columbus. They came before Columbus. Africans. Okay? This is Professor Von Wutino. He says, Sterling, the Sterling fact that is, in all parts of Mexico, the archaeologist piece representing the Negro and the Negroid people have been found, especially through archaic and pre-classic sites. Professor Von Wutino. Okay, we seen how they believe that the Negro is an African. So this is what he's saying. Okay, so like I said, which one of these are Olmec and which one are Nubian. You see, the Nubians got helmets on, just like the Olmec got helmets on. Now, some of these are Olmecs, some of these are Nubians. You can't tell the difference because these are the same people. They alive at the same time, man. So, and they travel in the world. I just showed you the ships that come from their area. So, shots fired at the Aboriginal fake Indians and Dane Calloway. Rebut that. Rebut that. Rebut that. And see, we gonna do Aboriginals Exposed 2 right here on Job Power University. So all y'all that like real information, even the Aboriginal Indians, I be seeing y'all subscribing to the page. Y'all come on over here because y'all know y'all like real history. Stop hanging with people that's in the coat and went down in their basement one day and came up with some kind of history. Okay? So, Job Power family, hey, Abos, y'all ready, man? Because I'm finna start these live streams up and shots gonna get fired, man. Right at y'all TPs or whatnot. So, Black Power family,